Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new 2022 LEGO Marvel set, one of the worst sets in my collection, set number 10782, Hulk vs. Rhino Truck Showdown, with 110 pieces. This 4+ set retailed for $19.99 USD or $20 and is currently available for purchase if your Target actually wants to stock their store. No, I'm not bitter or anything. This set is comically bad. Wow, the minifigures are amazing, but the builds, yikes, they're very 4+, guys, very 4+. Let's take a look at those three excellent minifigures first, and then, yeah, we're just gonna look at the builds. Here's the Spider-Man figure of the set, and he comes in 3 of the sets of this new line, and he honestly is probably the best looking Spider figure in this entire wave. I really love the new mask piece with the really large eyes, very comical and cartoony, but in a really good way. He's also got a very simplistic torso print. I love the kind of dumbed down version of the spider and the light lines. It's a different take on the Spider-Man figure, and I really appreciate it. On the back, you can see he's got the cartoony Spider-Man logo with some more webbing on the back of his mask, no printing on his arms or legs, and this is also the first time he's ever come with mid-length legs, so really cool to get that. This is the only character in the set to have an accessory. He has a brand new web piece, which I'll explore in more depth in later parts of this video. Now, if you have 2 of these, you can actually clip them to each other to form a little net bag to keep a villain in. This set only comes with 1 though, so you can't do that unless you buy another set from the line, but it is a very unique piece. Here's the Hulk minifigure, and this is the first time he has ever appeared in minifigure form outside of an exclusive poly bag, so it's really great to have him here. I absolutely adore the dual molded purple and green legs. So cool to get that. There's no printing on it, just dual molding. He's got some very nice detailing on his torso there for muscle prints. No nipples, but he does have some pretty defined abs and pecs. No arm printing, but he does have some printing on the back there, some hefty shoulder blades, I mean hefty back muscles. He uses the zombie businessman's hairpiece from the series 14 of collectible minifigures. He's got a very nice smiling expression that kind of unnerves me on this side. And then you guys want to be really freaked out. He's got this horrific, like, big eyebrow closed smile face on this side that I absolutely just kind of hate. I don't know who greenlit that, but that face looks weird. I definitely prefer this one. Looks a lot more like the Hulk in my opinion. Here's the Rhino, and this is the ugliest looking minifigure in the set, which is really disappointing for me because he's one of the main reasons why I bought it, because I wanted to expand my Spider-Man's rogue gallery. Now, the designers made one really stupid decision when making this figure, and that's giving him his head helmet armor piece in gunmetal gray, his legs in gunmetal gray, and then his torso in light gray, which just looks awful. Like, this would have looked so much better, still bad, but better, if you had given him gray legs instead of gunmetal gray legs, but because then the torso and the legs would match, but without them matching, it looks like he's got this huge buff armor piece and like a t-shirt and then really buff legs. And that's just weird. There is a little bit of printing, and this whole piece is just one thing. You can pull that straight up. He's got a very nice facial expression there, kind of cartoony. Love the eyebrow. On the back, he's got some good detailing, no alternate facial expression. The dual molded helmet piece just kind of slots over the shoulders there. It's a really good piece, don't get me wrong, but that torso could definitely use some work. Other than that, though, a really great minifigure, and I'm really glad to have my first ever Rhino character here. So with the cars out of the way, there are 3 builds. The first of which is a trash can with a singular hot dog in a bun inside of it, and that is it. The second build is going to be this bank safe, and it's got some grips here in case you wanted to attach Spider-Man's web to it, to pull it, if you wanted to have someone grab onto it. And throw it, I guess. That's pretty much all the clips can be used for. Or if you really wanted to, you could pull the horn off the Rhino's car and attach it to the front, but that's a lot more work than it's worth. The safe itself has a fun feature where this actually does pop out, and you can carry this away to steal it and leave the rest of the building intact. And inside of here is a gold bar and 2 gems. Nothing too special there. And then the only other build included that's not one of the vehicles is Spider-Man's jetpack. Why does Spider-Man, the web slinger, need a jetpack? Huh? I don't know. So this is just one of the stupidest looking things I've ever seen. So he attaches from the feet, like he stands on it. And then I guess he flies, and it's got flick fire missiles, which, ow, that really hurt. So that didn't work, but if you wanted to, you just push them out, I guess. And that's it. That's the build. That's the jetpack, guys. I hate this set. I spent $20 to get 2 minifigures. let's move on to the builds, the cars. Here's Hulk's car. Why does the Hulk need a car? The Hulk is bigger than a car. Okay, so this car uses big fig hands as boxing gloves. And there's also exposed Technic pinholes there. Why they couldn't, you know what, whatever. We're ignoring that. The transmission exhaust pipes are under the windshield. And, like, logically, this vehicle cannot work. Like, why would you want your exhaust to go directly onto the windshield? Or, like, up, like, your steering wheel is on top of the engine. Like, connected to the engine. That seems like a poor idea to me. The getting the wheels in purple is nice along with these other blocks, and the Hulk minifigure has a little seat that he can pop in and out, and that's really easy to add or remove him. There's also a handlebar in the back here, so you can either attach Spider-Man's hand there, or if you want to, you can use the web piece and attach a web there, or if you really wanted to, you could attach it the opposite way and have it capture the Hulk in his car. I don't know why you'd want to capture the Hulk in his car, but if you do, that is an option. Alternatively, if you want to make this more realistic, you can use this to have the Hulk pick up his car and throw it at Rhino, which is what he would probably be doing instead of driving it, because I don't think the Hulk drives a car. This is one of the most obnoxiously 4+ builds I've ever seen. It's literally a black brick with like 10 pieces stacked on top of it to make a very strange looking car with Hulk's fists as boxing gloves. Again, I felt the need to point that out. That's all I really got to say for this car. Let's just keep on rolling here. Here we have the Rhino's car. And one good thing about this is it has a truly magnificent print on this slope piece on all 3 sides with some really nice eye detailing and then Rhino detailing, which works really well. Unconventional use for wheels here, we have these circle pieces, the 4x4 black circles, and they're actually thick this time, and they have orange pieces on them to be like wheel caps, so that looks really great. I love the orange color scheme for the Rhino. I think it works very well with the gray and dark gray that the minifigure has. There's a control panel there that's been seen in a bunch of sets as well that is printed. There are no stickers in the set. And that's about it for the set, although on the back, we do have this very nice kind of armor piece, and if you wanted to, you can open this up and actually take the bank safe from earlier and slide that inside and lock that up, and now the Rhino has stolen the safe and wishes to run away with it. But Spider-Man wants to stop him, so there's a grip right here, and you can attach the web piece and capture the Rhino. I don't think this works, though, because it just means the Rhino can't leave his car. It doesn't prevent him from driving the car. So that's a thing. You can also dangle Spider-Man off that web piece once you attach it if you want. There's really not too much else to this. It's better than the Hulk car. It looks bigger. They use some larger pieces, and it's kind of like, it's got the horn on the front too, so it looks like a Rhino. And it's honestly much more believable than the Hulk car, and I really like the way it looks. Oh wow, let me just break this real quick, trying to remove it. The Rhino minifigure sits in. He doesn't have a seat. He just has an empty spot there, and you can see how far the safe goes in. With the safe out, it's really just an empty hole in the back. But then there's the Rhino, and he kind of covers that up. Fits in reasonably well. That's it for the build. Let's go into the box and the manuals real quick. Here's the box, and this set is based off of the Disney Junior show called Spidey and His Amazing Friends. So we have that logo right there. Then it just kind of shows everything battling here along the 3 other characters, none of which are included, 2 other characters, none of which are included in this set. On the back of the box, it shows you the learn to build without actually completing the build. And then just some more pictures of what you get in the set. Nothing too special. It's a 4+ box. You're not really looking for too much here. Here's the instruction manuals, and yes, I said instruction manuals. There are 2 full-size, full-length instruction booklets for this set. I don't understand why. I thought LEGO was cutting back on their instruction manuals. They've been a lot smaller and more reserved lately, and all of a sudden they whip out with these. And let me show you what I mean in here. This is page 1. It takes 2 full pages to build the Hulk. And it takes 2 full pages for them to tell you to put a hot dog in a trash can. There's no stud connections here. This is ridiculous. It does have the Hulk walking across, and as you get further along, he gets further along. Also, they have you hold the pieces in your hand every single step, which is so annoying. And you put like 1 piece on per page, which is the reason this instruction manual is 62 pages long, which is absolutely ridiculous. It does advertise the other Disney sets, which is interesting. I've never seen Disney advertise a Marvel manual before, and it advertises the other Spidey and His Amazing Friends sets. I will definitely be getting the Spider-Lair set for Camilla Khan, but after the disappointing builds in this set, I think I'm easily going to pass on the other 2 sets of this wave. The other instruction manual has a rebuild the world with a snail that looks like the snail from that one DreamWorks movie, and then nothing else because all the other advertisements were in manual 1. There was no need to make them this big. There really wasn't. So final verdict time, this set gets a 3 out of 10 for me. 1 point for each of the minifigures. I don't buy this unless you really want a Hulk minifigure or a Rhino minifigure, because those builds are honestly, utterly atrocious. Like, laugh out loud bad. So, like, I know this video kind of played as a joke, but really, this is a very bad set. It's really great for young children. Like, if you're getting this for, like, a 4+-year-old, like, anywhere from, like, 4 to 7 or something, they're gonna love this. You get to play with the Hulk, the Rhino, and there's some really cool car builds. But, like, anything older than, like, 7, this falls apart so fast. This is the only set to have the Rhino without him being in a mech in civilian clothes. So that's something. It's a very exclusive minifigure. And this is also the first set to feature a minifigure Hulk besides the exclusive poly bags that were very hard to come by. So for that reason alone, I bought it to get both those figures. The SpiderMan figure is pretty great too. But again, those builds are literally more trash than that hot dog that's in that trash can. Make sure to leave your thoughts about this set in the comment section down below. I don't regret getting it because I do really want that Hulk and Rhino figure, but I really regret spending $20 to get those 2 minifigures. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned for more Marvel reviews coming out as fast as I can possibly get them for you. And have a fantastic and safe rest of your day.